This line shows you how much time you have available in a day. It doesn't change, right? A day is 24 hours. But this line shows the number of patients you're expected to see by your corporate overlords at your agency or insurance job. It's getting worse, right? Have you felt this before? This feeling of being squeezed by a system that prioritizes profit over patient care? You've probably also experienced getting pushback when you try to do anything besides throw medication at your patient's problems. Even the obvious stuff that's completely non-controversial, like nutrition, exercise, and sleep, we're given no time to discuss these topics with patients. This is why the future of psychiatry is solo practitioners who remove the middleman so they can provide the level of care that inspired us to go into psychiatry in the first place, and 2, integrative psychiatry, where we use all healing modalities, traditional and complementary, in concert to help give our patients the best outcomes. What is integrative psychiatry? Why did I commit my career to practicing integrative psychiatry? And why should you, watching this right now, consider this path for your life and career? Before we get into that, let me ask you a question. Do you work in an insurance-based job? Because if you do, you spend your day inside the game. You don't have much choice. The company who you work for has one primary goal: profit. And how do they use you to make a profit? By squeezing you to see as many patients as humanly possible in a single day. I remember all the different challenges I faced during residency before having my own practice. Pushback from attendings about using non-evidence-based approaches, no matter how common sense. Pushback from insurance companies who weren't authorizing my treatment plans. I saw firsthand the ceiling that is placed above every psychiatrist's head the moment they sign an employment contract in any for-profit system. I saw how our healthcare system was failing patients, and I knew right away that wasn't for me. We go through training with this romanticized vision of what we'll be able to do with our patients. Deep-rooted healing that transforms their lives. Then reality sets in. We show up to work only to be told we have 15 minutes to be in and out of the room. And oh yeah, in addition to your 20 follow-ups, you have 4 new intakes booked today too. So in this game of life playing a psychiatrist, there are several roles we're taught to choose from. The employee, the contractor, the academic, the locums traveler, or the role I would like to introduce you to, the integrative psychiatrist entrepreneur. In this role, you own your own practice, don't work with insurance companies, and practice with an integrative lens. This is the role I've had since graduating residency, a role that I love and will be doing until the day I retire, if I ever do, because when you love your work, you're not counting down the days until you can stop doing it. What so many providers don't realize is that they can have unlimited career potential when they work for themselves instead of for someone else. Unlimited potential to make a profound impact on their patients' lives, to have complete autonomy over their work, to choose the types of patients they work with and how much they charge, to expand their toolbox of treatment modalities beyond just writing a script. But it requires us to step outside the very system we were all trained to be a part of. And that's not easy, but it is worth it. This role as an entrepreneur has allowed me to offer a level of care to my patients that I'm proud to provide and that truly gets them feeling better faster, while also being completely autonomous in my practice. But the main reason I love this role is because in an increasingly complex world, the overly simplistic symptom medication model of traditional psychiatry is one of the most pressing challenges of our field. Just think about it. There's so much more we can offer patients above just medication alone. We can take into account all of the biological, psychological, and spiritual factors that affect someone's mental health, and we can explore all facets of healing to not just treat symptoms, but to alleviate suffering and help our patients truly thrive. Imagine for a minute a world in which all psychiatrists practice with an integrative lens. A world in which all providers have the skill set to offer a range of modalities that could help more patients overcome their biggest mental health problems and challenges. What does this look like? Longer appointment times that are designed for patients to tell their whole story. Building treatment plans that honor patients' belief systems. Recognizing that biology isn't the only contributing factor to mental illness. And working with patients to optimize their lives with nutraceuticals, sleep optimization, nutrition, exercise, psychotherapy, mind-body approaches, lifestyle coaching. And in real life, this looks like optimizing wellness, not just treating illness. Never feeling like you're out of tools to use with a patient. And helping patients who've seen provider after provider without relief until you. It's the integrative psychiatrist's role to practice with wisdom and balance, not eschewing pharmaceuticals completely. Don't even get me started about the black and white thinking in the alternative medicine community. community, but also not hiding behind this facade that if there isn't a Cochrane review for it, it can't possibly be helpful. The truth is somewhere in the middle. The way I view it is that there is an innate desire for providers to do everything in our power to get a patient better. And there is a vast population of patients who desperately want more than just 15 minutes of your time. But when it comes time to trying something new, like incorporating a nutraceutical into the plan or extending appointment times, we're met with resistance.
No! God, please, no! No!
Your attending doesn't approve it as part of the treatment plan, or you're told that doesn't fit in within our CPT codes, or you don't have time to see a patient for a full hour even when you know that's what they really need. And sometimes this resistance is internal. You're afraid of trying something new without finishing a formal program and having a few extra letters after your name. Sometimes, in order to step into a new role, one of uncertainty that we didn't learn much about during training, we believe that we have to grind, struggle, and put in our time until we've had enough experience to go out and do it on our own. We have this limiting belief that we can't learn on our own and that we must follow a rigid training standard first. We need the extra credentials. We need to do a fellowship. We need to learn everything that there is to learn before we even consider presenting it to a patient. But I'm here to change this narrative. I believe it is our responsibility and ability to keep growing our clinical skill set on our own, to evolve as providers, to use evidence-informed approaches, to use common sense knowledge and recommend interventions we know have a direct impact on mental well-being without the time or financial commitment of a fellowship. I also believe that we deserve to be compensated in a way that is in direct alignment with the value and outcomes we provide our patients. I know this because it's exactly how I carved my own path to becoming an integrative psychiatrist entrepreneur. I didn't do an integrative psychiatry fellowship. I learned integrative psychiatry in real time with the patients who were sitting in front of me. I didn't go to business school, but I did read hundreds of books, invested in trainings, and hired mentors to learn the ropes. This is how I built my cash-paid private practice. And now it's my role to share this information with you, to show you what's possible, to unlock your potential as a clinician, to take everything I've learned in the last 10 years, my experience, mistakes, advice, and share it with you, to pull back the curtain and make this information easier to access. If you feel aligned with this philosophy and vision, then I want to propose a new roadmap to you, one that you've probably never seen before. First, learn integrative psychiatry while building a private practice. Second, start seeing cash pay patients on the side while you cut back hours at your insurance job. Third, evolve your career to being a full-time integrative psychiatrist entrepreneur. You see, this isn't an all or nothing decision. You don't have to fully quit your job and start from scratch. You also don't have to dedicate a year to training before you can get started. Learning, growing, and evolving happens in stages. Thinking about what the world would be like if there were more integrative psychiatrists out there genuinely excites me. So I'm making it my mission to help more people learn integrative psychiatry, opt out of the system, and build their own private practices. I created a community just for this, and it's absolutely free to join. Inside this community is a mini course that covers the roadmap to learn integrative psychiatry and become an entrepreneur. Again, it's completely free. My mission is to show you a world of what's possible when you choose to bet on yourself, to step outside the system, and to become an integrative psychiatrist entrepreneur. We need more integrative psychiatrists in the world. We need you. If you're interested, you can join my community by clicking the link below. I look forward to seeing you inside.